Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain!
I can't hear you!
Aye, aye, Captain!
Oh!
Hello, scholars. Hello, hello. It's so very good to see you. Hello, hello. How are you today? Hello, hello. It's so very good to see you. Hello, hello. Time to sing and play. Good morning, scholars. At least it's morning for me. I hope you all are doing super well and that you enjoyed our music time with my dad, Mr. J. Eric Schmidt, last time. We are going to jump right into our Zumba rhythm for today. So can everybody please stand on up and we will get started. It's so good to be with you. All right. So my back is feeling a little weird today, so I'm just going to speak all of our Zumba rhythms along with you, and I'm not going to do any of the movement. Here we go. Cinco, pa, tiki tiki ta. Ta, ah, ti 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 ti. Tom, ti ti tom. Tiki tiki, grasshopper, cinnamon, tiki tiki. Okay, so make sure for our T-tom and our tom-t that we hold out the syllable all the way to when the note ends. Here we go. Again. Cinco, pa, tiki tiki ta. Ta, ah, ti 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 ti. Tom, ti ti tom. Tiki tiki, grasshopper, cinnamon, tiki tiki. I like that last one, that's fun. Okay, we are halfway through. We are 50% of the way done. 2 more times. Ready, and cinco, pa, tiki tiki ta. Ta, ah, ti 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 ti. Tom, ti ti tom. Tiki tiki, grasshopper, cinnamon, tiki tiki. Okay, great job everybody. Well done. One more time to go. 1, 2, ready, and cinco, pa, tiki tiki ta. Ta, ah, ti 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 ti. Tom, ti ti tom. Tiki tiki, grasshopper, cinnamon, tiki tiki. I messed up the speech a little bit on that last one. Hopefully y'all didn't. Let's go to our vocal warm-up. To finish warming up our bodies, our brains, and our voices, we're gonna sing through the song we learned 2 weeks ago, Noche Buena. So, follow along with me. And use your best singing voice, as always. Esta noche es noche buena, noche de comer buñuelos, noche de luna, noche de estrellas para los niños buenos. Esta noche es noche buena, noche de comer buñuelos, noche de luna, noche de estrellas para los niños buenos. Great job. So now I imagine we're probably getting the hang of it. Let's sing it one more time and then our voices, our brains, our bodies will be warmed up and we can get started with today's main activity. So sing along with me one final time. Here we go. Esta noche es noche buena, noche de comer buñuelos, noche de luna, noche de estrellas para los niños buenos. Okay, so for our main activity today, I'm really excited. For the last couple of weeks, you've either been learning to play Are You Sleeping on the piano, or we've been talking about how to play chords on the piano. And I wanted to keep that ball sort of rolling, so we're all gonna be learning one of the most famous pieces to learn how to play on the piano. This piece is called Heart and Soul. Even your parents will probably know this song. They might know it from a very famous movie called Big, starring Tom Hanks, where he and another character play this song for a little bit on a big piano but using their feet. But let's get down to the nitty-gritty. We're gonna watch one of our piano tutorials, so we're gonna see the song being played on the piano, and our job is basically just to listen to the song and get familiar with it, and to see if you recognize it. Also, the pianist is playing this a little bit slow, okay? We're probably going to end up playing it much quicker than this, because quicker on this song is usually a lot more fun. Let's watch and listen together. Awesome. How many of you recognize that? I bet some of you might have. If you didn't, that's all good. No worries. But now I want us to watch a different piano tutorial that's played a little bit faster. And I want you to pay attention to what the left hand is playing, not the right hand. The right hand is playing the melody, and we'll get to the melody later. Today's focus is going to be all about the part played by the left hand. So we're going to watch this for a couple seconds, and I want you to find the 4 notes that the left hand plays. Here we go. All right, what were the 4 notes? In order, we had C, then A, then D, and then G. Now, in these piano tutorials, basically the left hand is just playing the bass notes, and the right hand is playing the melody. We're gonna make that left hand part a little more interesting. Because over the last couple of weeks, what have we been talking about? We've been talking about chords. So a really easy way to make this song more interesting to play and more interesting to learn is if you take the left hand part and you just turn each of those notes into the right chords that they need to be. That may seem a little confusing, but let's go over to the piano and I will show you in the simplest way imaginable. All right, so we have C, we have A, we have D, and we have G. And just as a quick little tip, if you ever have kind of a part that repeats over and over, a way to make it easier to learn and to play in the long run is to figure out if there are ways to make sure that your hand doesn't have to move all over the keyboard to play it. So if I was playing like with one finger, I would have to do this. I'm constantly having to move my hand, but these notes are pretty close together. And I know that your hands might not be as big as mine, but you should be able to do something like this. Pinky for the G, ring finger for the A, pointer for the C, and then thumb for the D. So now you don't even have to move your hand. C, A, D, and G. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Instead of just playing these bass notes, we are going to turn them into the chords, like I mentioned. And the nice thing is that since we're playing in the key of C major, those notes, we don't have any black keys that we have to worry about. And in order to make any one of these notes into the major or the minor version of the chord, we actually sort of can keep the exact same shape that we need. So for C, we're going to turn it into C major. And our hand is going to be shaped like this. Pinky, middle finger, thumb on C, E, and G. The root note, the third, and the fifth. And then to play our second chord, based off of our second bass note, all we need to do is move this entire shape over and then set it down on with our A as the root note. And C is the third and E is the fifth. This is called A minor. And then guess what? The third chord we're going to play, we get to take that same shape and move it up. D, F, A, D minor. And then you guessed it, to play the last one, same shape, but we move it down here. G, B, D. That's G major.
Good show! Jolly good show!
Okay, so our four chords are going to be C major, A minor, D minor, and G major. I'll play that one more time. C major, A minor, D minor, and G. And if you ever forget what the notes for these chords are, all you have to do is basically start on the right note, skip the next white key, add that one to the chord, skip this white key, and then add the next one. And then you have the right shape for all of our chords. C major, A minor, D minor, G. So now that you've seen the best way to play the bass notes, and I've gone over the 4 different chords that we're going to use in this song, we're going to play along with the entire piano tutorial from beginning to end, and it's your choice whether you want to just practice the bass notes, C, A, D, G, or you can practice the chords, C major, A minor, D minor, G. Now, if you choose the chords option, remember the tutorial is not going to have the chords in the left hand. Anyway, those are your 2 options, so bass notes or chords. Let's follow along with this entire tutorial from beginning to end. Here we go. Fantastic job, scholars. Well done. That is all we're going to learn for today, but I wanted to show you a really cool video that I found on YouTube that's about where this song comes from. Because the simple version that we're learning is not actually the real original version of this song. The original version of this song was by a jazz musician named Hoagy Carmichael. Let's watch that video all together. Awesome. I hope you all enjoyed that really interesting and beautiful piano playing. Oh, and I almost forgot. For our final thing today, you're going to have some free time, a couple of minutes, that you can go and play this activity that I'm going to go and explain to you over on my computer. So follow along with me, and then I will give you and your teachers the link so that you can go and play around with this all by yourself. Okay, so all of you are going to go to musicplayonline.com. It's been a long time since we went to this website to mess around with some stuff, but on the homepage over on the right, they have this bar that has a bunch of different games that we can play. And today, you are all going to go and play Rhythm Racing. So let's click on this. For right now, I'm going to choose level 1, but any of you at any time can switch to any level that you feel like matches your expertise even more. So I'm clicking on level 1. Okay, we can hear the cars, obviously. So what it does is that every question, this is the current question, we're on question number 1, that's up here at the top, and they play the sound of a rhythm, and you have to see if it matches what's written. So what's written is ti-ti-ta, ti-ti-ta. I would suggest that it's important to read it out loud so that when you hear the sound, I'm going to click play sound again so we can hear it again, that we can compare what we hear to what we read. And does that match? Ti-ti-ta, ti-ti-ta. Yes, it does. It does match what's written. So we're going to press yes.
And you'll see that now correct answers, excuse me, I was talking over the next question, but that was answered correctly, the first question. Now we're on question number 2. Let's read this all together. Ti-ti-ta, ta. Okay, and then playing the sound. Let's listen one more time. Okay, those don't match because when I was following along with it, we heard notes when there should have been silence. So that's gonna be no. Oh, that one's pretty easy, isn't it? 4 taws in a row, so we know that matches what we see. Okay, you guys all get the idea, I'm sure. So you're gonna have some free time to play through this, and yeah, your teachers will give you the amount of time that we have left in our lesson. Enjoy.
With that, we're actually done for today. And before or after we go, if you want, I'm going to include a link to that famous movie scene that I alluded to, that I told you about at the very, very beginning. I'm going to include the link to that original movie clip in the YouTube description as well as in the Google Doc. So if you're curious to see what that entire scene looks like, then you can go and watch that and enjoy. With that, we are done for today's lesson. I am so thankful to have been with all of you today, and I can't wait until we get to gather again next week. Have a fantastic rest of your day, a fantastic rest of your week, and I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.